and I am an intuitive artist, and I channel the highest frequencies of conscious love through all creative outlets, from music to dance to writing to tarot and oracles, to our sound bowl healing, our chakra healing, crystal healing. And I look forward to being a part of your journey. If this message finds you and the messages resonate with you, then this message is for you from Spirit. So we're going to tap into our heart space first, get to the frequencies of our heart so that we can hear, get some prophetic downloads before we tap into the cards. You can place your hand on your heart. This frequency is blending into the background of our meditation. I have the 1-1 portal meditation up, and it's clearly coming from the heart space. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Thank you, Spirit, for leading us into this new year. We may be feeling some anxiety in our heart. We may be feeling some restlessness, maybe some false expectations, false evidence appearing real. Not sure how this year's going to unfold, and the unknown can cause us to feel a bit weary. But may we trust in you. May we put our heart and faith in your divine love. Trusting that you will always provide for us what we need. That you will attract the right people, the right energy, and the right resources at the right time. 222. Right place, right time, right mind, right now. Right direction. Yeah. So your throat chakra, your throat chakra may be closing up right now, preventing you to trust, preventing you from asking for guidance, asking for trust, asking for answers. As you try to think about your gratitudes, as you try to focus on the abundance that is around you, maybe your throat chakra is trying to close you up, the ego, all the fear, the false ego appearing real, the false energies appearing real, the false emotions. Maybe some of you are reflecting on New Year's Eve. Maybe you're reflecting on what you want to accomplish, and if you have the means to do so, your New Year's resolutions. Keep in mind today, the 3rd of January, also marks the day that Mercury post-shadow, the Mercury retrograde post-shadow, finally is released. We're finally out of that 2-week Mercury retrograde post-shadow. So even though Mercury went direct in December, there was still on December 15th, there's still a couple of weeks where we were still kind of reflecting back on everything, the 3 weeks that Mercury was in retrograde, the decisions that we made, or the things that we wanted to begin. And so today marks the day that we can really kind of have a little bit more clarity and space, and maybe because we're having that clarity around what we have just encountered over the last couple of weeks, last month or so, 2 months, maybe we're just really reflecting back on whether we made the right decisions or still agree with the decisions that we made. So if that is something that you're going through, Spirit is saying there's the Nine of Swords that tried to show up in reverse. Yep, there's that anxiety. So if that is something, that's what this collective might be feeling right now on this Friday. A bit anxious, a bit worried, a bit uncertain. And that could be with anything. That could be with your career. It could be with your relationships. It could be with your, finances. But Spirit is saying, have faith in the journey. Be curious in your adventures. This is the beginning of the year, which means you have all of the adventures at your fingertips to trust the process, to enjoy the journey, even if you can't see what's ahead, even if you feel anxious about what is ahead. Spirit is saying, find curiosity in the journey. Find a way to be curious. Find a way through the anxiety. Even if that means journaling out your anxiety, journaling out your gratitudes, breathing, moving your body, just taking the right next step is what I'm hearing. Just taking the next step, one step after another. You may not know how the answers are going to unfold. And that's okay. It's okay if you're feeling anxious about this new year. Refuse to eat emotional poison, though. Don't take anything personally. Don't let any kind of false emotions appearing real, fear. Taking things personally makes you prey for predators. They can hook your attention with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. Refuse to eat poison. So don't take don't take what happened during the Mercury retrograde between 11, the windows, the post windows. So even I'm hearing since 11/11 all the way till now, when the pre-shadows, retrograde windows opened to now. Don't take anything personally of what happened on New Year's, what I'm hearing, but prior to New Year, maybe New Year's Eve or now. Don't take anything personally. Don't let the poison, the emotional poison, what I'm hearing with this emotional poison is I'm hearing ego. I'm hearing the judgments. I'm hearing these false emotions appearing real. The emotions around our, anxiety. Look at that. Nine of Swords. The swords are all of the mental. So refuse to eat that emotional poison that is wrapped around your mental. Those are the fears, the false emotions, false evidence, false everything, right? False ego, false expectations appearing real. And just move into this new year as a page would, as a child would go into this new adventure, go on to a new adventure with curiosity. I'm hearing release the expectations, release the need to hold or control the outcomes, and just move this weekend. Move into this weekend with curiosity and open arms and open eyes and an open heart. And don't take anything personally. Don't let anything, any kind of those emotions of anxiety or other people's opinions or whatever they try to do, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Be impeccable with your word and realize the power of your word. You have the power to shift your anxiety into curiosity, doing what you can do, taking the small steps that you can, trying, instead of trying to eat the elephant in one bite, take bites at a time, but don't eat the emotional poison. Don't eat what other people are trying to feed you to be anxious, to try and, feel like you're not enough or you can't do it. Okay? Some affirmations. I feel like it's a good time for affirmations right now. So today, tell yourself, I am smart. Let's focus. And it doesn't want to focus. So maybe you're having a hard time focusing on your brilliance. Focusing because all this anxiety, all this emotional poison is really messing with your ability to trust how smart you are. Tell yourself today, I'm smart. I am smart. I am capable. I am ready. I am enough. And I just accidentally got some of the sage or the Palo Santo smoke or ashes on the mat here, and I got a little frustrated because then I tried to wipe it out and it just made it worse. So maybe you might be feeling like, I made a mistake and I feel like I'm just making it worse. But remember, I am smart and I can do anything I put my mind to. Yes, thank you, Spirit. This is what we need to tell ourselves this weekend. Regardless of what kind of anxiety tries to come up, regardless of what kind of emotional poison tries to come up, tell yourself, I can do anything I put my mind to because I am smart. I am stronger than I know. I am smarter than I imagine, and I am more beautiful than I fathom. I am perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. You're okay? So this anxiety, maybe you made a mistake right before the new year. Maybe you made a mistake right now. Maybe you're feeling anxious about, whatever. Going back to school, paying rent, going back to work, getting your taxes done, paying tuition, whatever the case might be that you may be feeling anxious about. Your imperfections or making small mistakes like, like dropping ashes on your yoga mat, like whatever you're trying to do or fix and it feels like it's just making it worse. Remember the power of your word. So instead of telling yourself that I'm dumb, I'm stupid, instead of telling yourself that I am can't do this or I'm poor, refuse to eat that emotional poison. Instead of telling yourself I'm not worthy or I'm clingy or I'm never going to find love or I'm alone, refuse to eat the emotional poison. And I'm hearing Spirit say, be mindful of it. Tell yourself, I am smart. I can do anything I put my mind to. I am powerful. Because your words have so much more power than you realize. Journal them down. Be mindful of it. I'm being called to read this. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God. So if you hear yourself saying having these anxieties this weekend, write them down, journal, be curious about them. Allow yourself to go into that curiosity of why am I feeling this way? Allow yourself to go into the curiosity of how you can shift and transmute. That's what this card here means, to transmute, right? Blow away. the poison. The best way to transmute is to acknowledge and be aware of the negative, disempowering, limiting beliefs, right? Be aware of this Nine of Swords. The best way to transmute it is to counteract it with a positive. So you see how this Nine of Swords, with the transmuting of refusing to eat that poison, moves it into this empowering belief. I am smart. You can do this. I can do this. Even if you're just saying it to yourself in the midst of an anxiety attack, taking those deep breaths, doing what you can, journaling out how you're feeling, journaling out your gratitudes when you're feeling anxious is a way to transmute emotional poison. That's the way. That's the power of the alchemy. That's that Page of Wands, innocent curiosity, but also feeling that innocence of curiosity to the point of how can I transmute, not let these adult issues or worries or false expectations feel like they're the truth. Counteract it with something positive. I am enough. I am capable. I am worthy. I know it might feel like it's not doing anything at the time, but trust me, it is. This is something that I have worked on my entire life as well, learning to refuse the poisons of anxiety. If you have always struggled with anxiety or depression or, this fear of the unknown, that lack, scarcity mentality, you are smarter than you know, and you can make it through anything. This weekend might feel like it's coming up and creeping up stronger than ever, but that's just the beginning of the year anxieties, the beginning of the year fears, and you have the strength and the power within you to do anything that you put your mind to. So be mindful of these negative, disempowering thoughts and transmute that poison into a positive affirmation. And start this weekend, even if it's just these 3 words: I am smart. Okay? It'll make a world of difference. I promise. I promise. So I hope that this helped. I hope that this helps you get through your weekend. And I hope that you realize how beautiful you are as you are. And I hope that this weekend does help allow you to tap into all of your worth and value, despite what might be trying to pull you in the other direction. Stay strong. It's all within you. If this video resonated with you, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888, if you want to be a part of our Positive Soul Tribe as we're healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. And if you'd like to book a personal tea and tarot soul session with me, you do get a 1-ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary if you are within the United States, and a virtual reading or pre-recorded, whichever you prefer, if you are out of the area and can't do it in person. But either way, if this is where we leave off, the light within me honors and appreciates the light within you. Namaste, peace and love. Bye.